today. Well, I said that I would document my whole journey, and I have been documenting it with regards to the stem cells and everything else, but I'm also finding that I'm just not really writing about it like I said that I would, so I'm just going to do this instead. It's a little bit easier today in particular. So healing diary, just a short one, hopefully. Last week I got cocky. In fact, I overpromised myself, and I did stuff that I've not done for years. I left the house on my own by foot for the first time since January 2019. And prior to that one occasion in January 2019, it was 2 years. So really just for the second time in 5 years. Yeah. That's what happens when your body implodes on you and you panic that you could leave the house, and despite being fiercely independent, what if something happens? What if you're walking somewhere and then you have to somehow get home and you can't communicate with people to tell them what's wrong? And before you know it, your brain spirals to the degree where you just don't leave the house on your own. But that's a story for another day. So I overcame that last week. In fact, I left the house multiple times. I started physical therapy, and I went in my first group hyperbaric chamber. Physical therapy was interesting and not interesting at the same time. Like, it's weird, isn't it? Like when we do something that we used to do a lot of, we automatically compare ourselves to what we used to be. So like when I used to always go to the gym or always do Pilates or always do, gym sessions, I go once or twice a day and I would be pretty intense with it. And now I am literally back to basics, because when you learn to walk again, and I've had to learn to walk, 3 times in the past few years, you pick up a ton of bad habits, and your body, your brain kind of like tries to be lazy about it. So I picked up a load of bad habits and I'm right back to basics, and I'm literally learning to move my legs properly by using the right stabilizers without things dislocating. And it was weird. Just literally trying to slide my leg out away from my body, like flat, and then back up again, whilst breathing and using the right muscles. I couldn't do it. I've been practicing a lot this week, and I'm getting a bit better at it. We've progressed a little bit yesterday. I went in the hyperbaric last week again, and this was my first time I've been in a group one. It was interesting. It's not my favourite. I prefer to go lying flat in an individual one, because if you ever see me do videos, my head's always resting on something. Like holding my own head up is really painful still, probably always will be. And in the group one, I had to sit upright and hold my head up for an hour and a half, which sounds like nothing, but it's blooming hard work. Also, like, there was a group of us and we had these big masks on, and we're just like and you're locked in a submarine, and you're being submerged to air pressures of a deep sea diver, whilst having this intense high level oxygen around you and inhaling it. And it's incredibly beneficial for the body and for stem cells and everything else, but it was a really weird experience. Like, you can't talk, so you can't communicate. If you're panicking, you can't get out of it because they have to bring you back up slowly. You can't just it's like if you were deep sea diving, you can't shoot back up. It's too dangerous for your ears and your brain. So there was that. And then this week, but I was feeling confident, because I thought, right, okay, I've done a lot, I've made a lot of progress. And then this week, it's been crap. It's been really bad. I spent the day before yesterday in A&E. My jaw's just dislocating so bad at the minute. It's so painful, and it's triggering all the muscles here, which are just strangling me. Like everything goes into such a strong cramp. And today we went out and we ended up in the breastfeeding room at Boots, having bought a sling and some tape, you know, I can't remember what it said, the kinesthetic, why can't I say it, tape, to try to hold my joints back into place because my shoulders had come out and they were pulling on everything else. So yeah, it's not been as much fun this week, but there's been a lot of progress this last week, and I've had 2 physical therapy sessions, and I'm just trying. I'm not gonna lie, like when you have a rough few days, it's dead easy to fall back into old cycles. Not want to leave the house, not want to leave the house on my own, not want to take risks, not want to make anything worse, not want to do my physical therapy because that's going to create more pain and cramps and problems. But this is not the time to give up. This is the time to plough forward, and plough forward I will. I'm going to keep sharing my journey. And yeah, what am I? I am 5 or 6 weeks since my first stem cell injections, and then a week less, so 4 or 5 weeks since my stem cell IV transplant. Okay, I'll keep you updated.